Hello folks, welcome to another Dixon Hobbies unboxing. Today we're going to be talking about the new Redcat Gen 8 International Scout 2 crawler. This is a nice scale model, ready to run in the box, 1/10 scale. So we're going to be going over the differences from the Gen 7 Pro type vehicles to this Scout Gen 8. And we'll get started right away by looking at what's on the outside of the box, just to give you a quick overview. Okay, so you'll see that pretty typical scalar layout. The layout is actually really close to like what you've seen on the Traxxas TRX-4s. Sorry to make that comparison, but it really does look similar. Start out the steering servo. You've got your Hexfly 15 kilogram all metal gear steering servo with a metal steering arm. That's also waterproof, and I like the metal arm versus the plastic they've used in the past. You have a slightly bigger 550 instead of a 540. This is a brush 17 turn. You also have the Hexfly Crawler ESC. Just might want to notice there that these electronics are actually made by Hobbywing. We are a Hobbywing dealer, and we've really liked all the Hobbywing products. So that I consider to be a good thing. We've had some really good luck out of their stuff. The bumpers, the really nice bumpers, they actually have shackles. They are adjustable. You'll notice that the posts have holes where you can actually adjust them in and out if need be. You've got a lower center of gravity battery tray here too. That's really nice for crawling. Obviously, if you can get your center of gravity lower, you're less likely of a rollover. You also have true bead locks. You've got the enclosed receiver box. And you even have rock sliders, and like the Gen 8s, you do have a licensed Interco Super Swamper tires on this thing. Really grippy for your off-road crawling that you're going to be doing with this vehicle. So we'll go around to the other side here. Transmission is actually a lockable slipper clutch. It's got Mod 1 internal gears, so it's got some really heavy gears, and has a 32 pitch spur and pinion gear. You've actually got rubber sealed ball bearings throughout the truck. You have a nice transfer case that also has Mod 1 heavy duty gears. The steering has been upgraded with a 5-degree caster angle, 47 degrees of total steering angle so that you can turn tighter, and actually has proper Ackerman steering angle on these trucks too for better maneuverability. Another thing you'll notice that you've got great ground clearance, and you have awesome 61-degree approach angles, which is really good for a scaler, and really good departure angles as well. Now the truck is also LED ready. That's one thing we like. So if you ever wanted to upgrade to taillights, headlights, stuff like that, it is ready for that conversion. Now, as you can see, it's pretty obvious that Redcat is definitely trying to compete with the Traxxas TRX-4 platform here. You'll notice that they have portal axles, front and rear. Of course, that is to increase your actual ground clearance, and you've got close to 55 millimeters of ground clearance to the actual differential case, which is really good. This one, unlike the TRX-4, has metal gear covers right out of the box. The TRX-4 is plastic. You also have metal drag links and steering links. You've got a CNC aluminum spool and Mod 1 steel gears in the portals. So this thing, you can tell, is built for some rugged use. So let's get into the truck. We're going to open this box up and show you how it looks on the inside. All right, with the box top off, you notice that this one's packed really well. We have some air-filled cells that are laid on the top. That's to protect the body against crushing. I like to see that. Always nice to see them pack one up nice. And then you also have some plastic on the top of the body to prevent any surface scratching on it. Right to the side, you've got your manual. You've got some extra parts in there, some body posts and what have you, bind plug, antenna post. We'll set that aside. Okay, now the whole truck slides out of the main box. It's in kind of a cardboard cradle, and it is tethered down with zip ties to that. And you'll see that the controller is also packed in there nice and snug to where it doesn't get jostled around as well. So we'll go grab a pair of snips and get this thing unpackaged out of this little cradle. All right, guys, so out of the box, we have a spare tire and a controller. This is your typical Redcat controller. I don't personally see any real big changes there. It takes 4 AA batteries loaded in the bottom there. I believe this is an updated controller, but there's not a whole lot of changes on it. Still got the basic overall platform. You've got the all your adjustments right here in the back. Okay, so you can see where you can bind it, reverse your steering. You got your throttle reverse, steering trim, throttle trim, and your steering dual rates and your on and off switch are all right there. And a nice little cover to keep that from getting bumped. Okay, so this is what she looks like. We got the blue version in. It's a pretty little baby blue, very classic looking rally edition. I really like the little scale details like the shackles here. I was really kind of hoping before I unpacked it, please be metal, but nah, they're plastic, but hey, they look great. They're chromed plastic. The wheels are also plastic, chromed plastic, but the bead locks here, they are metal. But it looks really scale, bullet hole style rims. They've also got the shackles on the back. That's kind of cool. They've actually got a little hitch cover here, a little Redcat emblem with a little pin. Just exactly scale like you'd see on your real truck. That's pretty cool. This is a Redcat license plate there. And, they've got plastic covers on the tail lights. You'll see the same thing on the headlights. And like I was telling you, you'll see the holes there where they are LED ready. Really nice. We like that. Okay, so let's get the lid off of it and look at the internals next. All right, so the wheel wells, the upper side of them are actually attached to the body. Helps with the rigidity of the body, and you'll notice it's got Velcro strips on all 4 corners, and those are actually held down with the composite fenders on the actual frame. So you've actually got some redundancy there to help everything stay rigid. Gives you a little extra protection. One thing I'm noticing right here, the frame. That frame, heavy gauge steel C-channel, just like you'd see on a real truck. It is a lot bigger and thicker than what the TRX-4 is. And you can see this thing is meant to be a TRX-4 killer. I hate to say it, but I'm starting to think it's true. Everything about it is a little bit beefier. Beefier side rails. You've got beefier forelinks and drag links on it. You'll notice the nice metal differential covers. It still has the same or similar aluminum threaded body shocks that the TRX-4 comes with. You've got a composite drive shaft with metal universals, and that's something that the TRX-4 does not. Now moving up to the front, you'll notice you've got the Ackerman steering, metal servo steering arm and drag link, steering bar, drag links, all that stuff's metal. You know, like I said, your 4 links are all metal. So you've got a lot of upgrades and really beefy stuff right out of the box. Some other really cool improvements I'm seeing are really beefy shock towers. They even have a really beefy shock tower brace in between on the front and rear. Like I was saying earlier, this is a bigger 550 brush motor, 17 turn. The gearbox is another point of interest for me because everything's enclosed. You don't have open spur gears like you did on the previous generations, and you've got a sealed receiver box. Anything you can do to keep the mud and moisture out is really good, but everything looks like, you know, the drive angles are not extreme. And the other thing I was noticing is that I have a little bit cushier ride on this one. I noticed that it pivots a lot easier than the Gen 7 did. You've got great articulation on this truck too. I would say it's significantly better than the previous generation, Generation 7 Everest Pros. So all in all, this thing is a terrific truck. You guys are going to love driving this thing. Be looking forward to some other videos coming out of us driving this thing, taking it over some trails. You guys are going to really enjoy that. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and be sure to hit subscribe. We need all the subscribers we can get.